Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. And today we're playing some Simic Flash. We're gonna be playing instant speed spells and flash creatures in a Teferi Time Raveler metagame. Oh my god, I know. What the fuck are we thinking? Well, I like to live on the limit, and I really like this deck list. This is an archetype that has been rising more and more in popularity in MTG Arena Standard and Magic the Gathering Online as well. It's basically a deck that revolves around the very basic concept of playing cards on our opponent's turn. Not only do we have a bunch of counter spells, we also have flash creatures in the forms of Spectral Sailor, Brineborn Cutthroat, Merfolk Tricksters, Nightpack Ambusher, and Frilled Mystic. Mostly blue. Our lineup is, I don't know why I'm speaking like Joda, but we have a little bit of a splash of green, and it's definitely worth it because Nightpack Ambusher, even though this card initially people want to see it in like a wolf tribal deck, it turns out it works better in a deck like this that we're never supposed to be playing cards on our own turn. So because we're not doing that, we're getting a 3/3 wolf creature token every turn, and that is a very powerful effect for a 4-drop to have, which is already, you know, decently statted on its own, right? Frilled Mystic obviously giving us a counter spell on a stick is also very damn nice. And as you're probably thinking, well, Miguel, what happens if you run into Teferi Time Raveler? Well, we probably get wrecked, but that's what we got the sideboard for, and that's why we're playing best of 3, because we got an extra triple Spell Pierce and 4 copies of Shifting Ceratops to either counter or kill Teferi Time Raveler, so we can actually resort to, you know, go back to our game plan, our original game plan, basically. And that is the deck list right there. I think it's very interesting. It's, you know, it's been a while with Teferi Time Raveler being a thing that we've seen actual, like, instant speed decks running around. And it feels like such a fringe tactic. But I'm excited for it. I'm actually excited to try this bad boy out in Mythic Rank Best of 3. So without further ado, we are going to put the headphones of war, because I guess I labeled them that now, and we're going to hop onto the ladder and play some Wolfpack Simic Flash. I like the Nightpack Wolf. Is that even its name? I'm terrible with card names, in case you haven't realized at this point, like watching my channel. I never remember a single card name the way it's supposed to be said, so maybe that's one of my charms, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and believe that. And we got a bit of a high curve here, which we're not going to keep. We're gonna keep this in though, and we're going to return one of the unsummons because our curve is so low. Like, we cap out at 4. Having a 5-lander in our hand is just the recipe of disaster. For disaster, sorry, because if we get slightly flooded even, we're already in a bit of a predicament. We're obviously not going to be playing Merfolk Trickster until the end of our opponent's turn. And we may be facing either a mirror match or more likely Nexus. So we're going to play this. I could play Temple of Mystery, but I'm going to attack first. Yeah, I have a feeling this man has Growth Spiral. So we're going to have to drop the island because we want to make sure that we can counter the incoming Wilderness Reclamation if he manages to ramp 1 mana. So we're going to, because Temple of Mystery enters the board tapped. Yep, this is definitely Nexus. And like I said, we need to counter the Reclamation. We need to always have the Reclamation enabled, even if we do miss out on a potential Nightpack Ambusher turn. Yeah, I want to counter that. It's not a Reclamation, but it's in a Scanta. We don't need the Essence Scatter in this matchup. Alright, Syncopate is nice. We don't necessarily need a land there. With Syncopate, we can counter a Wilderness Reclamation, if that were to happen here. If not, next turn we can start developing the Nightpack Ambusher, and we can try to apply pressure. We don't really have enough board presence to threaten our opponent quickly here, which is always an issue versus Nexus, because... There we go. denying that. We were able to deny the Escanta, and we're able to deny the Reclamation, which is very huge. We draw into another counter spell thanks to our Temple of Mysteries Scry effect, which is really nice because that means we can counter another Reclamation, which is what we're going to be aiming to counter. If our opponent goes for like a Nexus of Fate, we won't counter that, even though he doesn't have the mana for it. We also will not be countering a Growth Spiral. The only thing we're countering here is a Wilderness Reclamation. If that doesn't happen, we're playing Ambusher. Beautiful. Beautiful, boys. We have another one. That's just great. That's so sick. We don't play anything in this turn, so we get to trigger the Ambusher and get a 3-3 going. And I'm liking this deck already, man. It feels good playing counter spells. Who would have thought? I've always been a dirty blue player. You can always trigger this to destroy the Trickster, but we don't really care. We still have the Syncopate, which, you know, we don't. We're running a bit out of. Actually, we can't counter Reclamation anymore. Just realized. I guess that's what 2 Growth Spirals and not missing a land drop any turn does for you. He could have a Nexus of Fate, so I don't really need to because if I mean, it's not like I can stop anything else. If I go, I don't think I need to go for the Night Pack Ambusher here. Alright. Because I already have lethal on board. So I don't really need to do it. Like I basically just need to we still can't counter the Reclamation. Just certainly an issue. But like I said, I don't really need to play any of these cards now. If he tries to go for a Nexus of Fate, I can always just counter that, and that wins me the game. So he can't really afford to Nexus here. Only Reclamation gets him going. And like I said, I don't have the mana to stop Reclamation, which is unfortunate. But he has to keep stalling with Root Snares, otherwise he's dead. Alright, unfortunately, I just don't have the mana to counter that. Kinda wish these Syncopates were like negates. Again, Reclamation just really... If he returns Root Snare, we got him. If he returns Root Snare, now he doesn't have the mana. That Tamiyo, that's perfect for us. That's actually perfect for us.
Is never forgotten.
Unless he has like a Spell Pierce. Doesn't matter though, because we have to go for X3, so... Got him! Got him, baby! Alright. That's game 1 in the books, which is really huge versus Nexus. We definitely won the Thrashing Brontodons. I'd argue for Aether Gust as well, but we're gonna slap in some more Spell Pierces naturally. We don't need the Essence Scatters, so we can take these out. We don't really need Unsummon either. I mean, Unsummon can be decent for like a Frilled Mystic to like bounce it back, I guess. I also don't know about Mu Yanling. Like, I'd rather just drop the Unsummons, to be honest, and just slap in some Aether Gust. Because Aether Gust can be used to return a Wilderness Reclamation. And I like that quite a bit. We got the Syncopates, we got the Frilled Mystics. We got ways to destroy the as long as we can deny the Wilderness Reclamation again and again, we should be fine. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this. All right. I'll keep it. I guess he's stopping at my... I mean, this could be a problem. Like I could get mana screwed here, and that would be problematic, obviously. I should probably counter this. Well, this is problematic. I mean, we do have a counter for the incoming Wilderness Reclamation. Okay, there we go. We draw into a land. That's beautiful. Because that does enable the Sinister Sabotage as well. We're a bit behind because of the mana screw, which is, you know, was one of the things that we had to consider here. Okay, and now I'll go Trickster. And now we have Frilled Mystic as well. Frilled Mystic is a fantastic card in this matchup. Because of the fact that we can, there's no 8 Root Snares here, right? Yeah, that's fine. Not gonna waste a Spell Pierce on that, because I need all of my sources of blue mana for both Sabotage. I mean, I could still enable the Syncopate, but... Okay, so there's no Nexus threat, so I'm gonna develop the Ambusher at the end of his turn. You could have more blinks. Alright, sacrifice that to draw 2 cards, and he's down 1 more mana though, which makes our Spell Pierce and our Syncopate more threatening. And the beautiful thing about this is that, like, you know, we have the board presence established. We just need to counter and counter and counter. We also have answers for Wilderness. Or that. Okay. I can't counter it. Perhaps the evil laugh was a bit too soon. I can always attack with everything, and he can trade with everything that he wants. Well, let me attack first. So he surprised me with a little bit of tech himself. Okay, I should have waited for that to resolve. I derped. I should have let that resolve and then got. I made a mistake. Ah, that was silly. You could have another Veil of Summer. Yeah, that's stupid. I actually missed out on lethal because of that. Well, I did it because he had that anyways. Got him. A bit of a slip up there because I should have an extra wolf on the board. But yeah, I should let it resolve first and then go for that naturally. Like I kind of like realized this as soon as I went for it, but I was like kind of like silent and be like, maybe I could get away with it, but yeah. Don't do that, kids. All right. That was pretty sweet. Like one of the few times that I'm actually like happy I go into Nexus, like game 1. And I'll keep this. A bit land heavy again, but at the same time, we have plays to make, right? Like we have, if it's like a mid-range matchup, we have essence scatters. We can get going. Is this guy playing Flash as well, or is he playing mono blue? I'm gonna counter that because I have a feeling this could be mono blue tempo, and I want to stop. I basically want to stop a Curious Obsession from happening. But this could just be Flash. We could just be in a mirror match here. I'm gonna trade with that. That Cutthroat is a threat. Alright, won't block then. I'm gonna hold on here. I could play the Ambusher. I could play the Ambusher now. I will. I actually will. Because he could have an unsummon. But if he doesn't have anything to interact with this, getting this on the board is extremely powerful. Though being able to counter that would have also been nice. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to play this. All right. I'm gonna try to counter this. Because that Terramander could be a big threat. And if he starts attacking me, I have more board presence than he has. And I can counter his Merfolk Plate. I can just out-tempo the mono blue tempo. Bitch! I still have the Spell Pierce, which... yeah, he's got to keep it as a blocker. I'm going to try to do this. Okay, you still... oh, you don't die. You're pretty damn close to dying, though. Alright, that's not enough. Outplacing mono blue. I don't know, man. That just feels so damn good. Oh, man, and this card. This card is just like, you can't counter it, right? I also, like, this is tricky to sideboard against because I also want, I want Spell Pierces for sure. Mu Yangling is pretty good here, I think. Nightpack Ambusher is also really solid. I'm wondering if Shifting Ceratops is as good. I mean, it should be, right? More so than this because... yeah, more so than this because I can't, like... sorry. Yeah, I don't get to play these two at the same time, but it's not counterable. You can't block it. Which means I can just, like... I can put a clock on my opponent. You know, summon's also pretty nice. It's hard to say about, like, how many Spell Pierces I want. Let's go with this. His Spell Pierces, in a way, enable me to counter his bigger counters. I'm not sure if I need 3, though. I'm pretty sure I want the Ceratops. I'll keep this. I'm pretty sure I want the Ceratops. I'm gonna try to play the Sailor. I'm gonna enable the Merfolk Trickster. And try to trade with this. That was an interesting play to make, but this opens up the board for Mu Yangling. Which I can protect here. And then I can start going for 4/4 flyers, which...
Ride the winds to victory.
I don't think I need that now. I'm not going to attack with my sailor though. I'm basically I have sorry. There. I have Mu Yanling here as a threat, like it's a win condition. He has to do something about this. Oh. Can't counter this spell pierce. I have 2 mana. That's dangerous though. Beautiful. Shut down, baby. Oh, we killed it. We're facing like last meta decks right now. Like, well, not last meta. Like before War of the Spark shit. Like we're facing Nexus and Mono Blue Tempo. I guess I'll open it back. 29 minutes. We can do more. God damn, this deck is working out really well. It's pretty clean. I'll take it. Not even bad. Like that's the thing. My opponent giving me the opportunity to play like that trickster play was a pretty poor play, honestly, because it made it so I could play Mu Yanling without having to worry about any sort of counter spell. I'm gonna keep this. It's got a lot of lands. Not gonna lie, it's dangerous having this many lands. But at the same time, I'm guaranteed to curve out into 4 mana. Is this like another Nexus player? Oh my god. Is this like another mono blue player? What are the odds? Well, I'm gonna try to trade into that. All right. Well, I may as well attack now. Get some damage on him. That +1/+1 from the essence capture really really hit us hard here. I'm gonna get the Frilled Mystic in there and counter that. I do have a flying blocker in case my opponent has like a Curious Obsession, so I can stop the card draw for 1 turn at least. Alright, that's pretty good. And now I'm dealing more damage than him. This is interesting. He's threatening me with a lot of damage next turn. But I think I'm gonna go for the Night Pack Ambusher. Or I should just set up the Frilled Mystic and counter that, right? To at least be able to trade with this. That's a problem, though. I think we're stuck here. I think this may be it. Not much we can do. All right. He got us good. He has like his own flash game plan, which is which makes things a little bit more awkward for us. I do think we're better off with the shifting Ceratops here. It's the same matchup basically as before. He's got a lot of creatures though, so I think we're actually better off with triple and summon anyways. Let's go with this. It's gonna be tricky because we share a lot of the same cards, but he's got some big threats that I obviously want to be able to counter. But it's easier said than done. I'm gonna keep this. Countering his cards when he also gets to play cards on my turn makes this a little bit awkward. I mean, we managed to beat that other mono blue player 2-0, but I think this guy pilots the deck better than our last opponent, and we got to keep that in mind. I gotta apply some pressure. I'm gonna play Frilled Mystic here. All right. I'm gonna play Spectral Sailor before we can actually do something to counter it. Oh man, that's quite rough. That's actually really rough because I don't have the board state to protect Mu Yanling here.
I assist those humbled by the Pacific. Bow to the howling winds.
That entrancing melody hit us pretty hard.
You carry a strong will.
Oh my god, this.
Learn some respect. Now, be patient. Bow to the howling winds.
Alright, we're gonna play this. Probably will get countered, but at least it forces him to counter something now. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Wait.
The sky is my domain.
Wow. Booyah Ling! Oh, Booyah Ling with the comeback. Oh my god. Alright, it's important. Okay, it's very important to note that, oh my gosh, Shifting Ceratops is so good in this matchup. If I could just, oh, she created such a stalemate on her own. Oh my god. I can't get over how amazing she was here. She single-handedly brought it back to me. Holy shit. After that huge, like, the entrancing melody is something I gotta be very, very wary of. And I think I mean, unsummon is a great answer to that, though. I think I should just keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this, man. Because I still feel like Spell Pierce can go a long way. But unsummon can be used to prevent that. Like, unsummon is a very good counter to entrancing melody too. So I should keep it at 3, maybe even keep it at 4. I don't even know, man. There's a lot of things that I want in this matchup. But that game was definitely proof to me that Shifting Ceratops is the real deal. I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm on the draw, which is unfortunate. Because of that. Because of the fact that I can counter his cards as well. He could have dive down. Alright. I need to keep the Syncopate enabled. I could Essence Scatter this. Probably should. I need to scry for lands. I need lands. Oh, now I need the unsummons. I want to play the Brideborn Cutthroat because I need to have some board presence here. I need to prevent him from drawing more, at least for now. Yeah, but being able to counter that would have been nice. So I'm not sure if that was the correct play. He got under me with the SS scatters, and I think that's ultimately what's gonna cost me the game here. Because he's gonna be able to take me down quicker. I think playing the Cutthroat here was a mistake. The problem is, like, I needed some sort of proactiveness going on here. Now we pretty much lost. We lost all the momentum. So I think yeah, I think that was definitely a mistake on my part. It's not like my opponent would have played as much into it, but I should have always kept my answers. I should have prioritized this. The problem is dealing with the Terramander was too big of an issue. GG. GG. I definitely got this guy definitely played better than the other one that I faced, and I could have played that game 3 better. Like I could have. The problem is it's hard when. Maybe I should keep the 4 unsummons, honestly. Like, it also... I can also look at my sideboarding and think, what could I have done differently? I think keeping 4 unsummons is really important. Because not only the Entrancing Melody, but also because it counters the Curious Obsession, right? It also enables me to bounce something back and potentially counter it upon re-entry. Like, it's definitely a good matchup for unsummon. And I failed to acknowledge that, so that's on me. I like what I'm trying to say with all this is I think that series was winnable, and I'm very happy with how Mu Yanling did though. Like the fact that she won me that game on her own, like too, and the shifting Ceratops as well. But in order for Ceratops to be useful, I have to draw 4 lands, and most importantly, I need to like actually, you know, establish some sort of break earlier on the game, right? Like I can't just get flooded like that. That went from like a 20-something. Like, I guess that series was long than I thought. Oh my god, is this? Like I can't believe, I cannot believe every opponent that I faced today is mono blue tempo. That's one of the things that I don't like about like live recording is I don't get to showcase the. It's actually what the fuck. Okay, well let's try to redeem ourselves here. I cannot believe this. Oh, is this like a mirror match? I've literally faced Simic Nexus mono blue and now a mirror? Like is this really happening? That's crazy. He may have a counter, but not. He may not think this is a worthy target for said counter. I'm gonna drop the island, and the reasoning behind this is because I need to have my syncopate enabled as high as I can, right? So I'm fine with revealing by playing the shockland next turn, both taking damage and revealing that I have a 4-mana play. Like I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let that go through. We know Frilled Mystic is not a thing. I mean, I just got to trade it on Summon with a Spell Pierce. If he wants to play the Cutthroat now, I'm going to make use of the fact that he has to use the mana again. That's why I did this. He could counter this with his own unsummon, but if he doesn't have it, then we're good to go. Maybe I should not have attacked with the Ambusher. Perhaps attacking with the Ambusher was a bit, yeah, it was a bit reckless now that I think about it. I don't think I should have. I will now, though. And it seems it'll win us the game here. Dun, dun, dun. GG. So we got a mirror match. I would assume shifting Ceratops is good here. I also would assume Spell Pierce is good. Nightpack Ambusher kind of won us the game there. SS Scatter is also pretty important because it stops like Frilled Mystic and other things. I don't know. Do I want the shifting Ceratops here or do I not want it? Because it doesn't like... What do I prefer? Shifting Ceratops or Nightpack Ambusher? This can't be countered by his blue spells. And it can't be blocked. I think I'm going to go with the Ceratops. I think in this matchup it makes sense. Like the only problem is I can't flash this, right? Which is a bit of an issue. If you think about it. I'll go with this. Sorry for like my nose is just like constantly clogged up. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna keep. It's low on lands. But yeah. Magic is easy. Just draw the lands you need, and you'll be fine. Now, if I attack with the Spectral Sailor, I can counter the Merfolk Trickster. I can go full control, and when he plays the Merfolk Trickster and he targets this, I can play my own Merfolk Trickster and I can tap his, and I can get my attack going. But my question is that ultimately worth it? I'll get 1 damage on him by doing this. I think it is. Wait, I want to hold. There we go. I sneak 1 damage this way. I can't counter his play anyways. And considering we both have flash in our arsenals, now the question is, do I want to try to attack again and have this? I don't think I need to throw. I'm just gonna attack with the 2/2 here. I'll trade these two. I could just try to counter this. Should I? This is dangerous because if he has a Nightpack Ambusher, he gets to play it now, but he doesn't have the mana for it at least. Alright, now we attack. Okay, so he's playing Quench. I'm fine with that. If he trades 2 counter, that's a 2-for-1 trade for me. That just doesn't. There's no way that can be worth it. I don't think he's making optimal use of his. I could play this, or I could just draw a card. I'm just gonna draw, man. Five, 6. Now we have both Trickster and either the draw card or the counterspell enabled. So now these sailors are just going to provide us with consistent value unless our opponent does something. He was probably looking for. Okay, there it is. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That is most certainly dangerous. But we can be dangerous too. So I'll hold on to it for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I should have done that, honestly. I don't know if I should have held. So, I like keeping the Frilled Mystic enabled alongside the Essence Scatter, but I'm not sure I should have done that. I don't think I need to draw more cards. I mean, right now we have a good stalemate going on. Like, I have the Shifting Ceratops myself, but I have 2 flyers that are pinging at him, so I have him on the clock. And I should just keep my counter spells in the back. And I should do something about this nose, man. I can't breathe properly. Damn allergies. I don't even know if it's allergies or I don't even know anymore. I'm an idiot. Lol. I forgot about this thing's reach. I derped here, guys. I don't know. I derped. That's all I can say. I've been playing for an hour and I derped. I'm gonna do things right. I'm not gonna attack here. I'm gonna set up the cutthroat. I could Essence Scatter this, but I'd rather just play my own Frilled Mystic. There we go. This does leave me wide open this turn. But as long as there's no ambusher, there's no legitimate threat. And now that we have a total of 8 mana, we can afford to do this. And it may seem like I'm being too patient here, but I'm gonna wait out more turns. I could go for the haste and he trades this into this, but if I go for the haste, I don't like. I want to have my Frilled Mystic enabled, and I want to be able to also Brindborn plus this. I think this is legit. It's a slower approach, but I'm building up my board. I can try to play the Cutthroat here. We get countered. And now we have the mana to actually, you know, use the Shifting Ceratops. Yeah. Alright, let's start smacking him. He can't afford to block the Spectral Sailor, which is why I'm attacking with it. He had, like, legitimately, he has to either block either the Ceratops or the Frilled Mystic. And now we have a total of 8 mana, which means we have 2 counter spells this turn. And if he doesn't do anything, he just dies to our awesomeness. GG. I guess I played that one extra safely, but you know, we got W, right? Which is all that matters. Victory. Alright, so we had 4 best of 3 series in this video, an over hour-long live recording session, and I feel like it's one of the lives in which I showcase the least amount of, like, differing matchups. Like, I go against Nexus, then I go against Mono Blue Temple, then I go against Mono Blue Temple, and then I go against another Flash, which is almost the same as Mono Blue Temple. Like, I don't know. I guess, you know, I guess we're gonna play Teferi Time Raveler today in MTG Arena, because Jesus Christ, I did not expect to run into so many of these. But that's one of the things about recording live, right? You get what you get. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video regardless, and hopefully you guys enjoy the games, and hopefully you guys saw or got inspired by some of these cards. Night Pack Ambusher definitely put in the work. Mu Yanling did phenomenally, despite the fact that she's just a one-off in this deck. She was kind of like MVP in her own way. And Shifting Ceratops as well proved to be a big threat. More so than versus like Esper, versus, you know, mirror matches in Mono Blue. And yeah, I don't know. We flashed some spells, it was fun. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a soul day. Stay tuned for daily MTG videos. I'll see you guys around.